Greetings, Gambia. It is yet another warm welcome to the 220 Element Show. I am your host, Mina Blackskin, and I'm here with Ams and another surprise guest. Ams.
Yes, thank you, Mina. Once again, it's a warm welcome, Gambia. Ñu ngi leen nuyu bu baax a baax. It's good to be back. Sant Yàlla bu baax biñ génnee si li nga xamante ne moom mooy weeru koor gi muy Ramadan. Di leen déwénati fekkee déwén di leen baalu aha di ñaan yàlla boole ñu baal ñu yëpp fekkee waat ko ay at yu bëree bëri yàlla defal ñu jàmm si suñu réew yi Gambia. We are so happy to be back here, and just comme ni mu ko waxee rek, it's another interesting guest that we have out within our midst here, and he's no other but Bankole. ñu bàyyagum ko si biir. Waaw kon nañ ko bàyyagum doonu si biir kon.
I just learned tutti about this guest, and as you can see, it's only Ams and I.
Yeah.
Lady B is missing for some personal reasons, and then we hope next episode you'll be joining us. So the Gambian first presidential candidate took the nation by surprise when he recently announced his interest to join the upcoming presidential race in December 2021. Now, who is this Rasta candidate?
Well,
hi, Mister.
It's a warm welcome.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bankole Yayu.
You responded
Jojo.
good morning, even though it's in the afternoon.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Hey, I mean, it's in the afternoon and he's telling me good morning. It seems interesting.
And he did this when he came in. Good morning. I'm like, okay.
Okay, I don't know what. It's the good morning.
Why?
Is it like?
There's something behind.
Is it?
Yes, we the assumptions today.
No, this is not about assumption.
You already earned yourself a title.
No, I do it because I had a
welcome.
boss. I had a boss who always only ever said good morning. And if you say good morning, it's
every
afternoon.
single time?
Yeah. And he would say somewhere in the world it's always morning. So
Wow.
it saves you having to check the time and find out whether it's morning or afternoon. You just standardize on something and you say good morning all the time.
Wow.
It's also a conversation starter, so good morning.
Then good morning to you.
Okay, good morning to you, Mr. Mikey.
Good morning.
And you'll be surprised, the first thing he asked for when he got here was, do you have a Dalasi coin? I'm like, okay, I do. But I didn't know what it was for, so I was like, what for? And then he's like, you'll get to know. So I am waiting to get to know what the Dalasi was for and then more about Mr. Baki.
But I would really love to know the secret behind the Dalasi request.
There's no secret behind. Dalasi is the money we use here, no?
We do. Okay, now we start with an introduction of who Banki is.
But I thought you had my introduction there. Why don't you just read it
No,
out?
that was just the Rasta presidential candidate. There is more behind that
I
title.
know there is more behind who Banki is, in fact.
Banki is a guy that lives around the corner from these two people, and they had a show and they were discussing me without even finding out who Banki was. Yes, I am Banki. Which part of who Banki is do you want to know?
Well,
so why don't you ask me questions and then I answer?
Ams, what do you have on your list?
Well, the only thing Gambians know is Banki, is this Rasta guy who wants to be a candidate.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
In December's coming election.
Is it that he wants to be or he's already a president?
Yeah.
So there is technically no presidential candidate.
There's technically.
Okay.
Because it's after this voters registration that they're going to start accepting nominations. So nobody is a presidential candidate yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm not a Banjul Rajudo.
Okay.
That's what I learned.
No, Banjul la yero. Westfield Clinic la judo.
Westfield Clinic fii. Si
Wow,
combo bi fii nii.
Yes.
Waaye Banjul nga yaro.
Banjul la yero.
Banjul nga màggee tamit.
Banjul la màggee be kañ? No, I left Banjul early actually. We left in the 80s.
Which street in Banjul?
Fijara.
Okay.
Banjul. Digi Banjul fu hunting
From
yëpp day xew.
Dang daan teewe yooyu
That's
noonu.
very obvious. You don't even have to ask.
Am naa ñoo xam ne ñoo si gënoon a sawar. Because yaa ngi juddoo foofu yaa ngi yaroo foofu ñun dañu doon dóor time boobu noonu soo demee hunting. Xam nga hunting yi dañ ne day wis ay duty rek yooyu noonu. Amoon naa mag boo xam ne moom feebari hunting la am. Feebari hunting. Na dégga
absent.
Na dégga rek mu loos te xam nga time boobu lu ñu doon punisher
waaw
ay pick pin ay yooyu noonu monkey dance moom jaral na ko mu dem hunting
waaw
ba ñib si
ak wóor bu métti boobu
gars yi monkey dance ko dina monkey dance waaye next time dina demaati
moom daal bu mu absent daal
waaw moom du dee absent ñun nag yooyu daf ñu doon tiital waaye dañ doon toppantu hunting noonu rek
ok
yeah
dëgg la
but everything happened in Fijaral ay Pakin ay Obosha ay Lite wante ak yooyu noonu yëpp so ñun si taax lañ dëkkoon mooy number 18 Fijaral a Piña so si kaw taax bi lañ doon nekk di seetaan
hunting si
so we were not down in the crowd ay xam nga ay aku Pikin yooyu noonu ñu ngi la téye di la protect ak yooyu noonu
ok
so foog nga nekk ndongo pour génn ak yooyu noonu so we were mostly watching from above waaye dama teel a jógee Banjul in the 80s laa ñëw Kombo di ñëw Banjul school Marina time boobu Marina mu ngi boori National Library opposite National Library yeah I did a few years there then Marina toxu Kombo I did my final year in Kombo fu Marina nekk léegi I did J5 there that was the last year they don't do 6 years they do 5 years
ok
ma jeexal foofu dem Gambia High delluwaat Banjul yeah
dëgg la kon at least def nga dara si Kombo fi tamit
ëppa doole bi léegi Kombo laa ko def time boobu noonu moom du ma doon bëgg a absent Banjul su ma ñëw every weekend di nga bëgg a dem Banjul maire bi neen non
ay boobu tuxu ees bi la
boobu taxu ees bi waaye léegi dem naa ba miin ay benn laa di dem Banjul dama di toog di wax ne waaw kii man la nga xam ne time boobu feebari Banjul laa amoon nga ñëw ba bàyyi Banjul completely ay once a year twice a year ngay dem Banjul
waaye foog naa loolu sax du yow kenn rek la dal de gars yi Banjul parce que am na ñu bëri ñoo xamante ne Banjul lañ soxee ko waaye léegi fu mu nekk nii ñu bëri jógee nañ fa
maa yow tamit waa Banjul
non man du ma waa Banjul laa juddoo nag waaye du ma waa Banjul man Kombo laa yaroo
ban boor
am su fekkee ba nga juddoo Banjul nga ne nekkuloo waa
non du ma waa Banjul waaye Kombo laa yaroo Kombo laa xam Kombo laa màggee waaw Kombo laa màggee
kon waa Banjul
ba tey wala
non man tey
kii óor na ma ne
dang dee géej Banjul
waaw fi dee gis naa but tamit it's
mun naa toog at
because comme soo xasee ba move to Kombo si first month si da nga dee bëgg a di dem Banjul every time because yaa ngi still get used to the system and all of that but comme léegi nii doo dee fekk kenn koo xam biir Banjul.
yeah that's the other thing.
they all new
ñëpp taxu si nañ ak yooyu.
waaw ñoom ñëpp ñu ees leen tuxu bees and everything soo demee it feels weird.
yeah I agree.
I don't know Gambia I don't know Banjul
I agree am naa fa anti bu fa nekk benn tey moom die hard la moom daal foofu la moo des.
di ka laajte mooy you know you've been someone that has come to the limelight especially in the political arena.
yes based on my appearance.
Based on your appearance. Understand naa ne ñu bëri daanaka lu bëri mu ngi si seen xel yi. banque yi yaa ngi gis yaa ngi doon wax sànq rek bi nga nekkoon di seetaan suñu show boobu noonu yaa ngi toog xam naa di ree di wax ne xam naa ñii moom they are interesting. waaw ñu wax nañ si lu bëri waaye tamit based on our opinion that's our personal opinion. Understand you being a presidential aspirant in the Gambia. xam nga am na yoo xamante ne wax nga ko wane nga ko ne loolu nga bëgg a def bu fekkee ne yàlla def na nga war a nekk president of the Republic of this nation.
Do you remember any of those things?
Well, I think there are a few just I can pick, especially based on the agricultural side.
Agriculture?
Yes.
No.
That's
he
it.
said he's going to legalize weed in the Gambia.
Is that his definition of agriculture?
No, that's not my definition of
maybe
agriculture.
he
But
had
what I
something
think,
different from that.
I watched your press conference.
Yes.
For
Except that I didn't mention anything about agriculture there, but
okay.
That's why I'm surprised.
So,
Okay,
but why?
Do you know why I'm doing that? Because most people are also thinking like him. That's why I'm sorry I'm torturing you. Like
No, I understand. You talking about legalizing weed? Understand? I mean, in the Gambia, xam nañ dëkk bi wax dëgg yàlla am na yoo xamante ne tamit moo ko tinka. Understand? We know that okay, we am na specific I mean ingredients yoo xamante ne mu ngi si. I understand. You mun nañ ko use in medical aspect and so on. But lu a mayewut loolu noonu tey ñu war a I mean tollu fi nga xamante ne dañoo legalize li nga xamante ne mooy weed. I don't know actually lan moo waral nga wax loolu. ak lan nga si séntu tamit naa duñu ko mën a gën a leeralal su ko defee ñu gën a mën a xam.
So okay, that's it. So I've come to learn that most people don't follow anything, they follow headlines. Which is even you when they lower every press conference so ko seetaanoon yëpp di nga xam ne wax naa leen na leen waaye ba tey feebar yi ngeen am okay fine nañ waxtaan affaire yi what I am saying is the UN has decriminalized cannabis mooy comme ëppa doole dëkk yi si àdduna si ñu ne léegi gisaatuñ ko as something criminal pour nga nekk di ko jëfoo the WHO has said it has medical benefits. Let's do some research and find out. Okay. Then it's not as bad as people at this. Wow. Ñu yare woon wax ñu ne lii la def laa dofloo ak yooyu noonu. Inna boneewul noonu. Ñu ko mooy dëkk yooyu noonu yëpp duñ doon jóg ne lii nañ si génnee lii ñu delluwaat si lu mu nekkoon. Because originally, before 1927, it was in the pharmacy books, even of the US. It was a prescription for some kinds of sicknesses. Bankole. Okay. We believe it's for racist reasons because newly I don't gonna use Lolo no, and it's a way of getting people into prison. You can check online and find out for yourself.
Okay.
Now, we're in this situation why ñun ñëpp am nañ nit boo xam ne xëy na balaa ñoo judd sax mu ngi tëj te bañ day mu ngi tëj dafa amul kon xëy na jàmbat bi def loolu right bàyyi nañ fi sàngara bàyyi nañ fi cigarette bàyyi nañ fi cigarette bàyyi nañ fi sport ba te nga yooyu noonu yëpp baaxul waaye ñu ngi ko fi bàyyi
waaw
yeah cigarette paquet bi lañ fi bind
Smoking kills.
ina ko gis smoking kills.
loolu lañ fa bind waaw. waaw loolu lañ fa bind.
waaye it's legal kenn du ma arrest pour lii. mun naa koo dem jënd ma tudd ko. what does that mean dafa mel ni kon xëy na nguur bi dafa nangu pour ñëpp mun a commit suicide. because ñu ngi la ko bindal foofu noonu straight. smoking kills.
okay
you've allowed this to come.
okay
bale nga ne ku ko tudd rek da nga koo jàpp nga tëj ko.
okay
waaye yaa ngi koo tëj prison. ak ñeneen ñoo xam ne ñooñu. xëj na ay hardcore criminal lañ. so kooku even su doon xëj na yow peer pressure la or something moo la si dugal ngay mos ñu ne la tap. ñu tëj la. dañ yaa ngi dem ñale jàngal lañ crime bi naka la. nangu naa there's abuse.
Yeah.
But it's the best way to fix it locking people up.
What do you think? Lan nga xalaat mooy the best way to fix it?
I don't know. I'm saying, and this is what I said before, man, personally, I support legalization. It takes a country, it takes a national parliament to pass the laws to change it. But I was given my opinion as to why I supported legalization.
But do you also think because it has not been legalized in the Gambia, that has put more pressure for the youth to just abuse it anyhow? Because it has gotten to a point that everybody just don't care if you've been caught by weed or not, with weed or not.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't think it being illegal is why it's popular among youths. Although I'm not sure and the illegalness then it will not have appeal for some people. There will be a certain set of people you have living at because it's no longer cool. They can legalize. That's what some people are arguing.
Yeah.
But man luma mo dafa rampant.
Okay.
Si deka bi legi. Yo xam nga ko.
Wow.
Yeah. So, why are we still locking those people up for doing bad habits? Why? Okay. Lu tax ñu nangu yenn jikko yu bon yeneen ñi ne duñ ko nangu. Man foofu lay waxee. Sangara cigarette out la day jógee. Bagage si tubaab bi la. Xanaa kañ la ñoo jógee si façon yi xalaat yooyu noonu lu jógee si tubaab bi rek. Even though it's bad. Even though gars bi nañ fa smoking kills ñu ngi ko nangu.
Ba ok waaye léegi
nañu ko béy fii nga ne non.
waaye léegi
lu tax
léegi li ma bëgg a la ci mooy looloo waral nga ñëw in the aspect of like trying to legalize weed yaakaar naa tamit comme am na si sa biir wax. yaa ngi wax ne am na yoo xamante ne ñu ngi ko legalize te xam nañ ne baaxut.
yes
bu ngeen dox si dëkk bi.
yes
understand.
yes
but bii tamit dafa doon loo xamante ne daf si bokk.
yes
understand.
yes
and I was thinking at least dina am alternatives yu nga xamante ne yii yi nga jot a lim nii. naka la ñoo mën a make yooyu ñu saafara.
yes
fekk tamit duñ ci yokk loo xamante ne at the end of the day dañoo xam ne bii tamit bokkut si. understand.
waaw
waaw.
gis nga nit ki. it's very difficult like ñun ñëpp ay mag lañ léegi. waaw ñëpp xam nañ lu baax ak lu bon. waaye benn tey am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi bugg a def lii. most of the time it's a phase time la da nga si day jaar nga génn si nga gën a mag and you do things differently.
Okay.
Understand?
Right.
Some of the time it's an addiction. Tobacco is an addiction. Alcohol is an addiction. Cannabis is an addiction. These people need help to overcome the addiction.
Okay.
What I was talking about is yow ñu jàppale yaa ngi tux ñu tëj la.
Okay.
Yes, it's bad. It's being abused. But we're not locking people up for being drunk. So look at you and I take you.
And then you'll be surprised, man. I found out just last night because I had the stomach pain. No. What I found out is like weed is actually a painkiller.
Amongst other things.
Yes. So I complained about my stomach like pain and being I've been feeling pain and all of that. And then my husband is like, weed is actually a painkiller. I'm like, what?
Is your husband a doctor? Are you sure weed is a painkiller?
He's not a doctor, but he knows. But he knows. I'm like, okay.
How does he know this?
You know, it's not many people that knows about that.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Yeah,
okay, so
you know,
because I'm bold enough to speak the truth, now everybody has made me famous. Because the man can mark of you. Okay, I keep telling people ne musna dega amat badi wax lolu. I think the only difference is man my Rasta man be, and because there's that association, maybe people take my word seriously.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Why do man kena? Nyang jay tamit dega na mo ko.
Wow.
So I'm not the only one. I'm just the most famous one of the people that are saying. I'm not even advocating for it to be. I'm just saying, okay, boys will be boys, and some girls too now. We go through a phase. The best way, I think, to help those people is to sensitize them and tell them, smoking kills.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, whether it's cigarette, whether it's cannabis, whether you're in a kitchen that has a lot of smoke.
But also too much of it kills.
No, it's okay. It's a different thing. The reason why smoking kills is to do with combustion and other things.
Okay.
You would suffocate and things like that. Smoking kills. But okay, you can consume cannabis in other ways.
Okay.
And like you say, there are some beneficial aspects. I don't know of any beneficial aspects of alcohol or cigarettes.
Okay, those are no-go areas.
No,
right?
those are no good. I mean, we don't know either. Understand?
Okay, one day anguma, funyu musa wane, comme sangara is a painkiller.
No.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suma dega ko hamne mo na fa socc mu tu cigarette mu wér. Or tanka bu metti or any other favor. Or at least be léegi nga dégg ne kii dafa amoon asthma.
Asthma bi
léegi nga dégg leen, which is what the WHO is saying. Let's do research and find out exactly lan la day faj ak lan la dul faj.
Now it's important.
I know that there's a scientist in Israel that was doing research on it. It helps people that are epileptic. A certain kind of epilepsy.
That's what?
Epileptic. Mooy daanu rab ak yooyu.
Wow.
ñu ngi joxe exemple affaire benn xale boo xam ne I think he was having seizures multiple times a day.
Okay.
And they were giving him one strain of cannabis. This is the other thing. There's so many different strains. Boo xam ne boobu mu ngi doon wàññi epilepsy am from multiple episodes a day to one a week or something like that. So these are why there are medical benefits for cannabis.
Okay.
But for me in Gambia, I think the biggest benefit is the economic benefit. Okay? Ñu ngi béy gerte fii, yeah? Gerte 1 tonne gerte xam nga ñaata la?
Ñaata la?
20,000 last year. Seen groundnut price bu gaa doon joxe 20,000 la gaa doon jëndee 1 tonne gerte. Bu ñu dee tux ñu ne 1 kilo tay $4,000. It means 1 ton. 1 ton is 1,000 kilos, right? So 1 ton is $4 million.
Wow.
You made there was 20,000.
That's
okay.
That's the other side of the
This is the point of the dalasi and the 200. Sudan, bena kilo gante dalasi la. Bena kilo tay $200. Understand nga
There's a difference.
Understand nga Okay, Sudan you're jaaying a 10 poti gerte, $10. 10 poti tay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
2,000, yeah.
2,000 at $10. And then you're a big. There's abuse.
Gambia, that.
There's abuse.
Okay.
But there's also economic benefits.
Okay, when you talk about the abuse, understand?
Yes.
How best are we?
Yeah,
control that, understand?
you see
I'm not speaking it. So
how can we control abuse?
Nga pare ko pour andi ko into the minds of the people. Pare war ko taxawal tamit.
Moko into the minds of the people.
No.
It's already mungi safu beri ñu
No.
ni goy nga ne ma di ñu yo ma fekk ko fi nga ne ma ko pare
Xam nga lay igal ko fekk am nga. When you talk
exactly. Man ma fekk ko fi.
When you talk about the abuse, am nañ ne comme basically most of the youths abuse dañ ko dee abuse. Moo waral ñu tere ko tamit. Amana su fekkee ne andi nga lu mel noonu di nga andi ay alternatives yu nga xamante ne you're gonna put them in place when it comes to that aspect, understand? Su ko defee nit ñi xam actually how they can handle such things.
Xam nga ne Gambia, one of our problems is we have laws but we are not enforcing them. For instance, there's a public smoking law. There's a law against smoking in public, but you still find people smoking sometimes.
Yeah.
So why don't we just enforce the law for all smoking, not just cannabis?
Yeah.
Cigarette, cannabis, kun jàpp ngay tu ñu fine la suñ la fine benn ñaari yoon dang dee régler. Fine.
So
Let's legalize it. Smoke it at home. Smoke it in a coffee bar. That's what other people are doing. In Holland they do that. In Canada they do that. Don't disturb other people when you're smoking it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But don't become a public nuisance and things like that.
Okay.
But also for cigarettes.
Okay.
Let's just apply the same rules across the board.
Okay. Consider that is enforcement of the law.
I think it's important. Right? So everything we need to control it is already here.
Okay.
I would say I would follow the Dutch model of legal giving people licenses to sell in an establishment like this. For instance, you apply for a license, just like for alcohol.
Okay.
You need a license to have a bar.
And then you get your freedom to sell it.
And then you get your freedom to sell it and consume it there. Or transport it to your home and consume it there. But if we catch you in the streets,
That's
we
right.
fine you.
That's right.
Without the license, right?
No, no, public
I think-
smoking, public smoking.
Okay, purpose.
Yes.
Okay,
So it
okay.
has nothing to do with license. If you're out there in the street, that is public. You shouldn't be smoking. If we catch you smoking, we fine you.
Then
Okay. Okay.
interesting.
What about? I think you have something.
Yeah.
Did it? But no, we got a check first. Okay.
Then about political campaign manager.
Yes. He got freed yesterday.
He got
Thank
freed
God.
yesterday.
Yeah, he was freed yesterday.
we had rumors that.
So why are you stealing my news?
You understand? We had rumors. We're gonna tell
I am
rumors.
the one who actually brought the news to him, and he's
Okay, but I think we need to put that to him from now. I think.
Are you a lawyer? You're putting it to me.
Such un fi dara.
So
Li nekk di xew, li nekk di-
it's actually not
Xam
clear
nga-
to us.
What is not clear?
Yeah.
We're gonna put you in the picture. Su fekkee ne ñëw nga ñu laajte la ndax digga ndax sa campaign manager bi dañ ko arrest based on.
Okay, so
Was that true or it was just accusation?
okay, so let me tell the story as I know it because they're still going to court.
Okay.
I think it was 25th of April, Sunday Sigudi, about 3 a.m.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's more than a month now.
25th of April.
April, not May.
Okay. Okay.
He operates a beach bar kind of thing.
Okay.
Garden de jai for I tea bag because small tea bag, you know, small tea bag, you know, they supply tea bag, I'm more kinkili bag, you know,
Mormora King Clipper.
and other things.
When
Yeah.
you are not supplying Mormor, see welcome.
I was supplying people, yes.
Okay.
So, more popular day for because for Amud Bunta Amudara.
Yeah, okay.
Money I bought at 3 a.m. Drug squad assisted with PIU, over 10 officers.
Wow.
And he says that they came with it and they planted it.
Wow.
So that's what the court will have to determine now, the plant wala moko mo.
Okay.
You understand? Okay, you can arrest Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is 72 hours. Warrant for free. You take for Thursday by Friday. Friday is a half day. You then can if in magistrate court. You tender name. They found 5 grams of cannabis and 11 grams of hashish there. That's what they're saying. Now there are two crimes when it comes to drugs. Apparently, there is possession and there is trafficking. Possession is considered something that you would be using. It's still illegal, but it's not as heavy as trafficking. Trafficking is somebody that is selling or something like that. For cannabis, you need to have more than 2 kilos of cannabis for you to be considered trafficking. Anything less than 2 kilos is possession. For hashish, which is a byproduct of cannabis, all you need is more than 10 grams of hashish for them to consider it trafficking. So they say they found 11 grams of hashish and 5 grams of cannabis. More than 10 police went there. You then recover 5 grams of cannabis. Surprise, surprise, 1 gram more than the amount you need for trafficking.
Okay.
So we couldn't bail him that Friday. Now he has to go to remand.
Wow.
Because once it's trafficking, you have to go to the High Court for apply for bail. You still can get bail under the law. Bail is you're free to go to court. You don't go to court from prison.
Back, yeah.
But it has to be at the High Court. So apparently the magistrate's court is lower than the High Court. And so my whole argument is you're not go free when say free local. You're already abusing his human rights. Nga push ko be Friday. Nga hamne half day. You hit him with trafficking because you claim there's an amount greater than the threshold you need for trafficking, just because you want to teach him a lesson, you want to put him in mile 2. Because the judge says, okay, we'll have to put him in remand until he applies for bail. Now we went to see a lawyer and they charged us 45,000 just for the bail application. So then my eyes started opening. My daughter, little boy, they settled a drug squad. Because how many cases do they prosecute all the time? Dema de digga boy, they want to wow, choy yang in the one day. After you do learn 2 grand, you buy you or it becomes a negotiation. In the door 5 grand, and no lila. Munda your tears of phone for no demo is hard. Not them new. If you don't believe me, talk to people, you young people, talk to people you know that have had experiences with these people. They will tell you. Because man must not talk to my point. Ben a boy ñoom muy call si phone am bi ma ko dégg mu ne bro gaa ngi boor boobu ne bu fa jaar after may waxtaan ak moom mu ne coy dañ la dee mën a sampal bul musa nangu ñu sàcc la ñu dugal seen loxo sa poos suñ la waxee ne dañ la bëgg a sàcc they might. So what the boys do now is they empty their pockets. They never allow the police to put their hands in their pockets. So
wow.
I am learning new things. I am grateful for this experience. I am seeing how the justice system works. I'm understanding why, if I was somebody that was smoking, I would give police 2,000 because already the lawyer is costing me 45 just for bail and another 75 to fight the case. So that kind of palette, so nobody fee. Understand? So then you're just sitting in my man that you know. I don't know about the lake. You don't know about the mile to one.
They put it on the news. QTV went there and covered the whole situation at mile 2. It was really bad. It was bad where they sleep on the floor. Some of them mosquitoes all over the place.
For smoking a joint.
We lied. Some of them, even if you ask the
so
police in charge, what is their crime?
Yeah, I think we really need solution towards it.
And so for me, in the past few days, I've been going around talking to young people because those are the people I appeal to most. And you body so len like you learn to get it in the day when you talk, jail school, among you know that them si camp be
talk.
Well,
TSA joy.
No, like you come initially do it to why can I just living
pass like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, exactly.
Okay.
So lolu ñoo nekk jiko, but that wasn't their original intention. They were not thinking of smoking.
Okay.
It's a lack of jobs and other things.
Okay.
And if you had listened to my press conference, that was one of the things I was pushing for, good jobs.
Okay.
Which I'm defining as any job that pays more than 10 grand. If we could create jobs here for people, the devil makes work for idle hands.
Yeah.
But if more people are working, boy, then you have less time to do all these things.
That's right.
And then, it's very important for you to outline. And I guess when you just had this idea of becoming a presidential candidate, all of these stuffs were not happening. The crime rate was not at this level.
Yes.
Was not this high.
Yeah.
And then the weed time it be feeling really, so many things are popping out.
Weed mom, it was
So
there.
many
It was
negative-
always in the background. Weed mom,
Always
there.
before, but
No, we-
Waaw léegi dafa yaaw.
No, dafa-
Because man
dafa-
I keep telling people ñu ngi maa jiiñ loo xam ne man dem naa Jimpex di jënd plumbing parts maa ko xeeñ suba 11 o'clock maa ko xeeñ Jimpex ma ne waaw is that the level we are on now ba nit yi dëgg nañ fit at a place like Jimpex ñu ngi tukki.
So head be yëpp di laal fu nekk.
Yeah.
But hey, so fekkee ne yaa ngi mën a recall in one of your interviews you said you just want to serve one time.
Yes, one time.
So at that time you said that.
I still say that.
You still. So
I
you
still
think you
say
can put a change, you can put a stop to all these crime rates that are happening nowadays only within one time.
Okay, so
5 years, right?
yes, 5 years. I think so for me the one time thing there's no amount of time is sufficient.
Why do you choose one time?
Because 2 terms is also arbitrary. Is 10 years sufficient? No. Is 22 years sufficient? Yeah, Jame will say no. Is 30 years sufficient? Jawara will say no.
Okay.
So, time be today must do it.
Yeah, today was that, but man.
So,
But
the other thing is,
Mhm.
before that, I see it as a relay.
Okay.
They see it as a marathon or as a 100 meters. Yako door, yako wara jeexal.
Okay.
Man, mako door, dama joxe baati. Kuku joxe kene. Kuku joxe kene.
Wow.
Because new problems will come, other problems will get solved. You will never finish human problems.
So in
Most
other words,
definite.
you just have to come with your agenda, work towards your agenda. In 5 years, that is a term that is given to a president in the constitution of the Gambia. And then when you're done, you just give the crown to someone else to continue from where you start.
So, okay, I have 2 big things in my manifesto that maybe people have glossed over. That one-term presidency is not yet in the constitution or in the new constitution. I am hoping that I'll be able to put it there by the end of my term. I'm hoping that I would have convinced people that look at it as a relay instead of a marathon. So if we're going to change the constitution, let's make it one term. I also have a national development agenda where I want it to be bottoms up. So I am advocating for us to give every voter part of the budget, like a say in how their money is spent.
Okay.
So for instance, last year the budget was 20 billion. I am saying let's always give 25% of the budget spread across every voter. So if we're assuming that there's 1 million voters, it's like giving everybody $5,000. But it's not money that you will give them physically because you need a job. It's more of I have a say in how $5,000 in Gambia's budget is spent. And it's not towards any kind of thing, it's towards big development projects, telling about school nga buga, lopitan nga buga, ndox nga buga, kurang nga buga. These are all million plus. Why ku nekk am na 5,000. So yéen ñu nekk si gox bi, yéen ay toog ngeen waxtaan yéen ne ñun lii leen buga. Because our problems will always be more than our resources.
Okay.
Understand? So yéen soo leen déggoo ngeen ne ok tali lañ buga te tali 1 million la. So 5,000 rek nga am. Man tamit 5,000 rek la am. That's 10,000. We need to convince 200 people to agree on tali. To get 1 million. But if we all put that, if all the people put it and say tali len buga, then the government should make them a tali.
Mr. Banky, but the Gambians that are watching this will just sit there and tell themselves, okay, this is just the same old story that he is telling us right now. One time like light talk, and then one time we see Jote. Mr. Banky will want to extend the term to 2 terms,
Exactly.
and then it goes on and on and on.
But this is why I
Because this
said
is not the first time that we are hearing stories like this.
Anyway, you know, we have seen this not once, not twice.
yes.
Understand? There what lim na fi yu bari lo xamantene amana nit war na ko mëna def. Understand? Because I think the Gambian population needs so many things right now.
Yes.
I mean, talking of one term, dang ko nekk di def. Or are you saying it for the simple fact that I'm not jot nit ñi? The
No.
attention of the people?
I think I have
Voila.
the attention without the one.
No, I don't understand. You do have the attention, but at the end of the day, nini tamit amana nini nga
No, it's something I believe in. But like I said, I see it as a relay, not as a marathon.
Well,
Nga daw nga
I
just
like the
somewhere.
way that
But-
like full-based believe and be like, it's a marathon. It's not a
I
marathon.
know.
Instead, it's a relay.
It's a relay.
Yes.
I understand very
Yes.
well. But I mean, talking about that one time.
Yes.
boobu noonu comme ça nu la ko waxee.
Yes.
war a toog benn one time.
Yes.
nga gis affaire si am na yoo xamante ne des na. wala ñëw dellu si waat wala da nga ko bu boobaa da nga ko def bu wax waxeet bi wala.
non ok so loolu laay wax ne problème yi duñ mus a jeex.
waaw.
you see.
so I mean su fekkee ne
So
léegi
I'm not
tey.
here to solve all
I know
Gambia's
you-
problems. I'm here to solve what I can do in 5 years.
He's just here to
I'm here to
introduce what
show
else.
a new example, a new
Okay.
way of doing things,
Okay.
and hopefully they will follow after I leave.
It's like it's gonna be a rebirth of the Gambia.
I'm hoping.
Okay, Mr.
Go
Bank,
for the best.
this is my last question because I think it's almost time. So the question is, why do you want to be an independent candidate
Yes.
instead of joining DOI, UDP,
And all
You only
other
know
parties.
and other
You
parties?
only know two.
SPs.
ñoom it ñu ngi compete. man ma jógee fii
No,
démb
no,
rek
I'm-
ngeen xam ma ba pare xamul leen
All
ñëpp.
of them
No,
is-
xam nañ
Ñoom ñëpp dañ
xam nañ ñu bari we have xam
So
nañ
that's
ne
the advantage that I have over 18 parties.
no
I
xam
don't
nañ
know
ne
how
xam
you
nañ
do
ne
that.
there are several
It might
parties
be
out there
controversial. Can I have an
but it's very important xam nañ ne there are several other parties out there
Yeah.
bari na musuta xew Gambia
Yes.
understand
Yes.
li nga xamante ne moom lañ nekk di jànkuwanteel from 1965 independence up to date
Yes.
I mean every Gambian knows that
Yes.
you understand but being an independent candidate instead of joining any of those political parties why what's the reason behind it
Why do
Because
you understand that, though?
okay, because then I can reach anybody in any party. Most parties would have had their clique, which is their party. So ñoom suñu winee ñoom ñooy amee government post yooyu noonu. You see what I'm saying? They would have already had a minister of finance ak yooyu noonu.
okay
I believe in Gambia
okay
to the point of if the best man for finance is in APRC, Madam Jellico, we are all Gambians regardless of political affiliation.
okay
If the best person for defense is in UDP, Madam Jellico, Nyulige. If the best person for economics is in DOI, Madam Jellico,
Sounds
Nyulige.
very convincing.
It sounds very convincing, but this is what I believe in.
I would xaajale daal
That's what I. Party bi mooy lu dee xaaj because ñun ñu bokk ci party bi we are the one, and it's a winner takes all thing. Party bu win daal mooy decide nguur bi yëpp naka la moo demee. I want to have people who have Gambia at heart. I agree ñun ñëpp mën nañoo we don't agree about who we believe in will make our dreams reality.
okay
Waaye su politique bi rombe kaay la ñu liggéey we move forward.
okay
We can base it on results and on outcome.
waaw
Then dinañ mën a tegal ku nekk ne ah ok yow yaay ministre lii ak lii lañ soxla in something that we can measure. Soo ko defutee nga abale sa morom ñëw mu ne mun naa def lii.
that's interesting loolu interesting na am nañ jury question
Later on.
amatuñ
Best
time
this
fu mu
year.
nekk nii so
Don't worry, I'm sure that you,
You know,
will have already exceeded the time already.
am nañ a lot of questions that we want to put towards you but for the meantime dañ ko am pour dog fii rek
Can I just finish off with
you
one thing?
can go ahead
I called the people in agriculture to pour laaj leen ñaata gerte lañ béy last year.
waaw
You know, they're not really sure, but they're estimating 90,000 tons.
90,000 tons
Lañ
That
béy
is
si gerte
2020.
2020.
during COVID period
I guess so, yes.
okay
Isn't that supposed to be their job? To know exactly. how
But
many
it's good
tons
to have
we're
an
producing. No, it's facts.
waaw léegi tëjal jafe
10%.
waaw
10% of 90,000 is 9,000.
that's 9,000
Suñ béyoon loolu noonu rek si cannabis,
waaw
it's $36 billion.
okay
That's what is at stake. Gambia's budget has never been this big.
waaw
Understand? You ko bàyyee si boy yu dee phone ak drug squad yu leen dee arrest. These people ñii wéccit rek lañ see am. Loolu mun naa fix seen health system boo leen aawoo. Mun naa fix seen education yoo leen aawoo. Mun naa fix jobs yu nit yi di oote. Ak yooyu noonu yëpp. There is abuse. I'm not denying it. Smoking kills. I'm not denying it.
yeah
36 billion is something that we should think about as a nation, that like we can grow this for export to make this money to help the other things that we're talking about in this
I guess
nation.
this is a food for thought.
okay
Everybody else is depending on
Copper,
loans and grants.
which means now copper bi daal am na
It's the
solo
most
tamit.
important.
That's nice. I think we need to wrap up now.
Gambia. Like today's show is
Wow.
so interesting, and we with this interesting guy individual right here with us, Banky. Okay, I am so glad to have you on the show today.
Thank
and
you
it has really been a successful one. So we hope. I think we might consider.
No, we will
again.
consider having you another time. No, we will consider having you another time. But what's your last words in the
My last words is today is the 29th of May. Registration started today.
Okay.
Register and vote. That's what we need. You need either an ID card or a birth certificate or passport to register. If you don't have those, you can get an attestation from your alcalo if you go with an elder, a parent or a family member, somebody that knows you that can attest that you are Gambian.
Okay.
Ndaw yi ñoo xam ne ñu ngi ma support suñu register wutee duñ mën a vote suñ vote utee duñ mën a am changes yu ñoo oote dégga ngeen ma ko benn tey maa ngi ko I still want to legalize cannabis. It will take a parliament to legalize it. Man dama am ene bi ñun ñëpp ñoo ko waxtaan ñu yóbbu ko parliament waaye soo leen buggee loolu noonu this is what we have to do. Register and vote. 44 days rek la. ID card every day mun nga ko am. Voters card 44 days rek la ñu ngi leen a naj jéem leen a jóg da ngeen bàyyi seen loxo yéen tamit.
And Gambians, you will be surprised the surprise that you have behind just registering for a voters card and acquiring your voters card.
Yes.
Vicky, you are hiding that. Why?
Which surprise?
The vote.
Surprise with the go.
The raffle.
Then go buy a no.
No,
1 million.
No surprise with the go buy a no.
Why?
But it was good.
It
It was good having you. Definitely on 220 Element Show. Feeling ko toge rek. But dine Gambia am na ñaawteef yu bari yi nga xamantene gis nañ ko tay ñu yëpp ñoo bokkante ñoo bokk baay nañ mbooloo joxante loxo ñu xam ne réew mi ñu ñoo ko moom it's very good kenn ku nekk xam li nga xamantene moom mooy the importance or the significance of this nation. It's in our hands. Kon nañ bàyyi xel loolu bu baax a baax. You know, foog naa fii lañ ko emale rek ba beneen yoon.
Voilà, fii lañ
It was
koy
good having
bàyyi
Banky.
affaire si jeex na tey. Di leen jox rendez-vous the beneen 220 Element Show.
Yeah, peace.
At Blog TV. And then saying a very big thank you to Yosh Gambia restaurant. You can locate them at Bankole New Town.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mommy Ashtray, for always being so supportive to whatever that the Gambian youths are doing. And also Blog TV. Moho, Stanga.
Yeah, really. Cameraman crew yi L moom xam naa fu mu nekk nii moom beneen affaire la. But you know, the whole camera crew, Fatou, we are saying a big thanks. You know, from the whole team of 220 Element, it's a wrap up till we come your way again. Peace, progress, and prosperity in this Gambia.
Yeah.
All right.